Here's Titan again. Second attempt or session to condition the clicker, because the clicker would be the only way to really convey the point to him that holding still is rewarded. So the whole purpose is, I discovered that he can't hold still. I'll pet him. Titan, Titan, hey. And he's doing all kinds of turning and head twisting and whatever he's trying to do. And the only way to show him that holding still is promising of getting reward is to identify the moment of him holding still in the position I like with the clicker. To identify that brief moment that I want him to choose to interact with me. So the first session, he decided to go in the kitchen and don't come back. So the thing here is that obviously he wasn't interested enough or hungry enough or considered to get the food in the kitchen versus getting it from me. So here's the second attempt to click and feed. And I want to do that for any change of behavior, meaning I will not click for any behavior of the same kind in consecutive order. Took a step forward, I click, and then I feed. Important is you follow the click with the food. Don't click and feed at the same time. The reason why we don't want to click for two behaviors of the same kind in consecutive order is that we want to prevent the click being connected with a particular behavior. We see it all the time. People are so happy that something is happening for them and they click for a sit. And then the dog tries again to do the same behavior and he gets a click again. So you take a chance that the click will be connected with the behavior of sitting, which is not the purpose. The purpose of it is to solely identify a particular behavior later on that is rewarded by hearing the click and then being followed up by the food. Excellent. He just moved away from me, actually, got up out of his sit. Now I can click for the sit again because he did something else in between. Sniffing the ground is a change of behavior, and I click and then I feed. I want to get away from the sitting behavior, so I click for him getting up, which sounds kind of contradictory because people like to maybe have the dog still in that process or sitting still or staying in a sit, and that's just not what the click is for. You can use it later on once it's conditioned as to be a secondary reinforcer, means that he already feels reinforced when he hears the click as if he would get the food by the sound of the click. So I'm watching carefully. He got up, leaving the sit position, gets a click and gets fed. Now I'm going to watch his feet. He turned around, got the click. Now let's see what else he can do. He turned again, I don't click, he sits. I click at this point for sitting. He stepped backwards, got the click, gets the food. Turned his head to the right, click and feed. Lowering his head, I clicked and here's food again. Surprisingly, despite the fact that the first session was kind of with him, backed up again, breaking it up, now he's actually interested in me and what we are doing, and realizing that the click orients him to me after a behavior is clicked for, and not doing anything else away from me. So backing up and sitting has been clicked for. I'm not going to do that again. Let's just wait until he is doing something else. Just wait. He's going to change his behavior, that's for sure. He's not going to sit there forever. I'm not going to entice anything. I'm just going to wait for him to operate and take the chance for me to click. Since he did something in between, I clicked again for backing up. Now not. Getting up, gets a click, and the food. Oh, totally new behavior, orient himself to the left hand, even though there was no food. As an attraction, he just tried to see or whatever, but it was a different behavior yet that I took my chance to click for and show him that the click actually is the signal that food is coming, nothing else. So far, I'm very happy with what we're getting, particularly in him not breaking up. He turned again. I don't click for that. Now he's by me. I click and I feed. If you click and feed at the same time, then the click cannot gain any meaning. If you click first and then you feed, as a follow-up, so to speak, the click will get the signalizing meaning that we want, that he announces, the click that is, that food is coming. So it seems like we have a little repertoire going on, but the important thing is that he does something else every time before I click. Here he was sitting again. I click and feed. Putting his head over here to my left on the ground. Getting a click and some food. And just a piece of advice, I had phases with him where I had the dinner food or the food, whatever, sitting on my desk and reach in there and feed him. And that led to him concentrating himself more onto the desk and the food than orienting himself to me. So undesirable food needs to come from me, not from the dish that is placed in the sink even or on the desk. Nice. I click and you see that he is starting to orient himself to the magazine, meaning to where the food is coming from. Lowering his head in front of me, okay, gets a click. Step to his left, in front of me, gets click and gets the food. He sits, which we haven't clicked for in a while. And you see beautifully, since the food comes out of my pocket right here, that he is seeking or orienting himself to me in the direction of where the food is coming from. Even if he would walk away now, I would click because it's a behavior, and hopefully he would know enough about the click announcing the food is coming and would actually come back to me and pick it up. He turns again. I'm just going to ignore it. Let's see if we get something totally new. He knows the down behavior, so I'm surprised that he hasn't tried the downing. But that's probably not on his radar. Let's see. I can just place the food down there. Now I'm going to toss one and click for going after it. Coming back to me, different behavior yet, gets a click. So I'm going to do that one more time. I toss, click him for going after it. And click for the orientation to me again. Let's do one more rep. Maybe we should try if he follows the direction of laying down. I'm not gonna have it all the way down so it doesn't help him too much. But as soon as he takes the position, I'm gonna click and open my hand. Let's try that again, just so you see. I'm just showing him that there's opportunity. He is doing the down. I'm not lowering the food and making him follow it. I'm just waiting for him to show a behavior that he knows. And then click and reward. Let's see it again. Nibbling it is not going to do it. Downing is. All right. That's quite the long session. So I'm going to end it right here. And we eat some dinner in just a minute.